right, how we doing today? So I'm going to make this video available to W Spivey YouTube channel. That's capital W space S capital SPIVEY, and on my Street Rat 702 video. So this video today, we're like 2 days after the election day, and they're still not able to get a count in some battlefield states or whatever. I don't know why, but that's not what this video is about. That recount or that stuff can go on, they say, for anywhere between another week or all the way to December 8th. But what I want to do is I want to talk about today the Proposition 22 update out in California. And for those of you that don't know, Proposition 22 was a provision to keep gig workers independent. That's from being employees. So many drivers that are in favor of that are have some type of work flexibility and work freedom. Okay, you can set your hours whenever you want to set it. You can be classified as quote unquote self-employed or having your own business. So, and it may not pay as much money as some other like transportation jobs like truck driving, but you get to keep your money. You get to file your taxes the way that you need to file it. And again, that you are your own boss. Just a little bit about that. Oh yeah. Let me just get to the point. All right, that Proposition 22 passed. There was an AB 5, law that was against that would make gig workers, i.e. Lyft, Uber, Postmates, or like DoorDash employees. That provision did not pass. So I believe it was something like a 75 to 80% vote in favor of the Proposition 22, and drivers remain independent. I guess they want to keep fighting, that people are in favor of AB 5, and I'm thinking eventually there's going to be some type of resolution made to where I believe the hours are going to get cut. You're not going to be able to do a certain amount of hours a day. All right, so it's not over, but for now, people like me that can enjoy being self-employed and don't have to deal with a lot of the corporate BS, we get to remain independent, and that's good. So that's what's going on with that. All right, a little bit about that provision. You guys, if you didn't know, about a year ago, some politicians out there felt that these apps need to be employed, their employees need to be employed, or they need to have health benefits. So they started a provision for AB 5. They were proposing a law. It was.
You have 3 new text messages.
Sorry about that. The California state law had passed it back, I believe, August. Uber and Lyft petition for it. The petition was denied, and then there was a reprieve. I believe it was like September, October, until a vote, and which brings us to today. All right, when the vote had passed Prop 22. So that's a good thing. And from some articles that I read, that many gig companies, or let's just say if you do gig work for a company, that they may start to look into revising these rules, or maybe employees that do gig work that subcontract with companies and all that. All right, then they may start petitioning to have rules like Proposition 22, so they can have more flexibility with their taxes or their wages and that type of stuff. All right. Now, from my understanding, depending on what state you're in, that they have a floor salary, hourly or whatever, or floor rate, like a taxi or rideshare rate. And I believe that those rates went up, like say, like I believe like Washington State and Oregon, something like it needs to be somewhere around $15 an hour, something like that. But I do know it's more than what they were making before, with the lack of people calling for rides and all that stuff out that part of the country, or in California with the COVID and with a lot of the stay-at-home orders that still pretty much is still in effect. I.e., if you ask me, there is house arrest. It was just a different type of terminology. We don't have that probably as bad in Las Vegas, although now from Tuesday to maybe like Thursday, or Monday night to Thursday, some of the businesses are going to partially close because of lack of patronage or tourism. But we don't really have that problem here. And if you got a problem with one app, you can do other apps. You can do 2 or 3 apps and put them together, the money together, be able to make the money you want to make here. Okay? So I'm proud to let people know that. Okay? If you don't know already, I know a lot of gig workers has been keeping a very close eye on this thing. And it doesn't hurt to, if you're not making the money that you want to make, if you're listening to this video in other areas, maybe to consider adding on more gigs like Postmates or DoorDash or Roadie, or I believe there's another one, Point Pickup. If you got Amazon Flex, put them together. You can do them all, or you can do maybe one, if one works that is fitting for you, and you can make the money you want to make at the time that for your schedule. Stick to it. So those are some options as well. All right, and do what you got to do to make ends meet. Hopefully it's legal. All right, so that's good. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. You can register on both channels. Like, share, leave your comments. All right, I'm gonna go to the weight room now and go lift some weights. So peace and blessings.